I think it's interesting though because if I'm not mistaken, up until now, a lot of the sci-fi fan base has been male.
I think it's changed in the last decade or so.
Okay.
Like I think because there's so many more strong women.
Yeah.
And I think the genre too. Like sci-fi isn't just going out into space like it used to be, right? Now it's anything that defies imagination, anything that pushes the envelopes.
Well, I think we are going to have a lot of female fans.
Yeah, you
will.
And
you saw our boys run by.
Yeah.
They are cute.
But it's interesting because a lot of the women that watch the show don't watch for the men necessarily. They'll watch because of you guys.
I think it's
they'll watch because they want to see something.
To the women, they relate to what they're seeing in the female characters.
There's still a chance that I'll get chosen in the lottery. But if I don't, I want you to know that I have probably felt closer to you in these past few days than I have ever felt to anybody. So.
Yeah, like I may watch a show like ER, for example, and think that the guys on the show are super cute, but I'm really more interested in what the women are doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And when they have depth to them and they're not just shallow, catty characters, when they can really be written for and be developed and have a purpose and represent well.
Yeah.
Well, here's the path for women.
So much pressure.
Here's to the women. Yeah.
Can you imagine at a certain point, women were not allowed to act or do a lot of other things?
Oh, absolutely.
But men played our roles.
Shocking, back in the Shakespearean days.
Yeah.
Badly.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Yeah.
Amanda, did you ever direct any Stargate?
I did an episode that Michael Shanks wrote.
Oh, that's great.
wow.
So did you write as well?
No.
Do you remember the title?
It was called
Revelation.
Resurrection?
Yeah. One of those.
Started with an R.
Yeah.
Lots of
Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Was it? Yeah. Good girl.
What about you, Ming? Do you have any aspirations to direct?
No,
or produce?
I have no aspirations to direct because I am so fearful of either having to please 200 people on any given day or piss off 200 people on any given day.
It's a scary
I think,
thing.
I admire that you are producing and directing.
And acting.
I like producing.
Gets on
I like
my head.
producing.
You would like to produce?
Yes, I like jigsaw puzzling. I used to produce a lot of plays and stuff.
And that's the same thing.
Yes,
It's putting together all those
I love
pieces.
the jigsaw puzzling together.
Yeah.
I can't stand the day's pressure.
Right.
You know, the pressure cooker that a director goes through. No.
Right. And
No.
they do. What about you, Elise?
See, for me, I think that's also far from where I'm at right now, that I haven't really thought about that. I'm still trying to figure out the acting thing. You know? I'm still trying to figure that out.
The way you should be going.
But, you know, like, I mean,
You're at an amazing
who
point in
knows-
your
who
career,
knows?
so
I
young,
love,
which is
I
great.
like, you know, I love like details and organization. So maybe someday that might be something I might be interested in doing.
Right. I didn't take advantage when I was younger, when I was on series and stuff, to really observe and watch. But if you feel like you have aspirations for any of the other hats, then you really should take advantage of this situation, because we do have some of the most amazing producers and writers and directors.
And they're here.
And they're more than willing to teach.
They really
And
are.
they're willing-
They love
and-
it.
and-
They're so flattered when you come up to them and
Yeah.
ask them a question about something that
Yeah.
has
And get into
pertains to
editing.
their job.
Yeah.
You know,
But I did that. I spent years sitting behind the monitors, listening to the conversations, finding out about camera lenses,
Right.
finding out about why they're shooting this angle, that angle.
Yeah.
It was the most amazing education. Just like you said, and we're working with some of the best.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you'd be silly not to take the opportunity.
of that.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's one thing I think that we're just so blessed with what we do, is we have such a wide range of people who come from so many different walks of life, who have so much to offer and so many interesting stories, that there's just so much you can learn about life and about people. You just ask the people you work with. Like, that's one thing I think a beautiful gift this industry gives that a lot of other jobs don't give, is that, like, you know, I get to come to set and have interesting conversations with really diverse people.
Right.
And I love that about it, you know?
Yeah. And this industry brings together an eclectic group.
It really does.
Absolutely.
Just by the nature of being creative and what we do.
Yeah.
It's a really
people who've
bizarre
lived
little niche
things.
society
really
that comes
interesting
together
different
and
things.
works in this industry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's so there's so many like beautiful things about that, and there's so many this industry can be absolutely wonderful on one hand, and then absolutely unforgiving and,
Yes,
and
yeah.
difficult,
Especially
and,
for women.
Especially
Did you always
for
want to be an
women.
actor? Yeah.
That or a marine biologist, but I think that was just a temporary obsession I had with
I
the
think
Little
every
Mermaid.
girl wants to be a biologist.
That's what I think.
I
think
didn't.
that's
Never
just
did?
I think it was like a moment.
You wanted to be what?
Smelly.
It's too smelly.
It's too smelly?
It's
It
too
is
smelly.
kind of smelly.
I liked Flipper. What
Did
can
you
I say?
always want to be an actor?
Mhm,
I was going to say marine biologist.
Yeah.
I know.
I wanted to act like I was a marine biologist.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to be on a
Exactly.
show where I could be a marine biologist.
Yeah.
That's the thing is we can.
Well,
You can be an astrophysicist,
I
you
never
can be-
could
you
decide
can
on
be
one,
anything.
so I'm
It's-
like, if I act, it could be everything.
You could be
Yeah,
everything.
you
You
can
can
be
be
everything. I mean, that's what I say to my mom all the time. It's like, look, I've been a doctor, I've been a lawyer, I've been a district attorney.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
Yeah.
Well, and to show your kids, I think back to the creativity and following your dreams. For me, especially, I think it's so important to show your kids that you can do what you love, you can love what
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
You may not always make the most money, you may not always be successful, but if you are successful, if you're following your dream, and if
You're doing what you love to do.
and if you're supported, I mean, there's
Yeah,
a
you
balance.
need
You
to.
don't want to be at a point where you're broke and you have nowhere to live. Of
Right.
course, then following your dream is a bit silly. But
Find a new dream.
you find a new
Is that what you're going to
Okay,
tell your
but
kids?
you have daughters.
No,
we all have
I have-
daughters.
Yeah.
And you,
You
are
can
a
be an
daughter.
honorary
You are a
daughter.
daughter.
Yes.
What would you say if your daughter said,
Yeah.
I want to be an actor?
Yeah.
Absolutely. My
If
son
that's her
said to me
passion,
the other
yes.
day,
Yeah.
he's only 5, but I was asking him, I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he's like, I want to do what you do, Mom. And I said, oh, what do you think I do? He's like, I don't know, don't you fight? And stuff. But you get to be a superhero, because I play a superhero on Smallville.
Oh, that's right.
And that was thrilling to be able to tell my son, and it was really cute to see. He doesn't care about movie stars. He doesn't care about actors. Who does?
They don't-
and
they
he
don't
was 3
understand
when
it.
I did the Black Canary role. And I remember he knew I played a superhero, and he knew that I knew Superman. And he would wait until there was a room full of people, and he would be like, "So, Mommy, remember when you played a superhero?" And there'd be 20 adults, and then I'd have to explain it, and he was so proud.
That's adorable.
And that is worth it. 3 episodes on Smallville, and I made my son's life.
Yeah.
I'm having lunch with Mulan.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. It's probably pretty cool.
That's
I am
special.
a rock and roll star to
I
8-year-olds.
cannot
Yes.
even tell
Thank
you.
Thank you.
My 4-year-old freaked.
Yes.
I know. I can't wait to hear
She
her.
left you a
She left him.
Yes. She
She
left
called?
me a message. Well, she left Mulan a message.
No.
Hello, Mulan. I really, really, really love you.
Oh my God.
And-
name is Olivia.
See, and that's the thing. I think we love acting so much because that's part of the beauty
Oh
of
my
our
gosh,
job.
absolutely.
You make connections
Oh my
with
God.
people
Yeah.
in such a way that is so special and unique that if my daughter wants or my son wants to do it and it's their passion, I think it'd be kind of fun, really.
It would be.
Well, and